it. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
So what does this 332 federal report actually say in a minute and a half?
Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward report. There were a couple interesting notes about it. We've seen a lot of reports about the concerns over climate change and that may cause health problems. And so this took a dive into some of those things might be and kind of gave some projections. I think some of the most interesting things that we saw here was obviously that talked a lot about foodborne and waterborne illnesses out of this. So as pollutants and runoffs come as a result of increased greenhouse gases, these kinds of things have an effect. But one of the more interesting things was actually that it talked about an effect on mental health that climate change might have, even from minimal stress, people worrying about it, and that having an effect on people, all the way up to, maybe depressions, seasonal affective disorders, these kinds of things that range to a much more severe category.
Yeah, so when you talk about global warming and climate change, it's a hot political issue. What's the other side saying about this official report?
Well, the other side, there's still that debate about whether or not these things, these projections are really that accurate, whether or not even there's some who still say that the climate change, global warming, is really not even proven yet. And so the administration, part of what they said in this report was, of course, the Obama administration has been proactive on climate change and global warming, and this has been an issue that President Obama has focused on. And they want this report to help bolden that research that says this is real. And President Obama has, at times been very frank about the fact that he said the conversation of whether or not this exists is over. Obviously he can say that, but not always the other side agrees.
Yeah. Mark Remillard, I know you're in New York City and you're covering sort of the national story, but there's a local story here with the EPA. There's a dump, a garbage dump in the middle of town here that they dumped nuclear waste from the Manhattan Project. That dump is on fire. Mixed in that is with the nuclear waste from the Manhattan Project, and the EPA has been playing a runaround here in the region for decades. So I find it interesting how they're worried about people worrying about the mental health side of these things, and we have a nuclear dump on fire, and the EPA won't answer any questions.
Yeah, I think these are obviously the long-term looks. These are the research looks that looks down the road. We're talking some of these projections. We're looking down the road as far as 2030 and beyond. And so, yeah, these are the long-term looks. But certainly there are obviously pressing issues, and that's one thing that the report did focus on too. Obviously, not a nuclear material on fire in a dump,
right.
But one thing that it did focus on was essentially saying that there's urgent action that needs to be taken. That people are being affected now by climate change. That it's not something that is 50, 100 years down the road. And so that's one thing that the report did look at. But, this is obviously there's pressing issues now. We can look at the situation with you guys there, or you can look at situations like what's happening in Flint, and that may not be global or global warming related, but it's certainly a health crisis.
Yeah, no, good point. Mark Remillard, ABC News correspondent. Thanks for checking in, Mark.
Thank you.